internet, mostly VOD viewers at this point, considering the stream just started. Thank you all for being here, regardless of how or when. Today I am planning on working on the same thing that I've been working on the past couple of streams, which is sort of just a little me playing around with WebSockets. In this stream, I think I want to fix some of the mistakes that I did that I feel like I made in my last stream. But I also want to talk about what I did between streams. So I made it so for first thing, I made it so that it just builds if the node environment or node environment variable is set to production. And otherwise watch just to make sure that I'm not watching a file for changes in production. Not that I ever intend to run this in production mode. It's just kind of like a thing that I felt like, yeah, I should probably do that. Another thing I did was I made a function to kind of do all of this managing of data for me here. I think one thing I'm going to do before I proceed is accept data as a variable here. Just just so that I can pass in data and not necessarily need to create a new array if I just want to modify an array. Um, I made something to store the ID for the timer ID, so that I could then handle in on close clearing that. I made a little square class because I was kind of just playing around and made wandering squares instead of what I did have. And I did, oh, interesting. I guess maybe I should technically just be taking a new array buffer here. Oh, no, the issue is that. There you go. Okay. I want to pass in the stat data here. I think this will update any past instances of this, but at the same time, I think that it's probably the best way to do it. Just to kind of preserve that bit of make it a bit faster, make it a bit more performant. I don't intend to leave this being just like wandering squares. I just thought that this was a good way to kind of do that. I did a bit of CSS stuff between streams again. I will show that off in a second. I already mentioned that I did the close handling. Oh, I also made it so that all of the stuff that was actually happening, that the squares moving around, was no longer per client, because technically before that was per client. Now it is a general thing that's happening. Moving on, I added the ports to the shared content constants. That's important because the WebSocket port was kind of necessary. Technically, I could have the WebSocket on port 80 if I wanted to be a bit more, if I wanted to do the WebSocket a bit better, but th- that's a later me problem. Um, Beyond that, I believe, right, over here. I think I did some things. I changed the WebSocket thing to include that. Um, I changed the way chat displayed messages a bit to make things a bit like this. Make this work. That's most of it. Um, yeah, that all looks fine. Message element. I added this bit here to just kind of make it so that it wouldn't send empty messages. I added a check to make sure that the shift key wasn't correct, so you could do those line breaks. Or it wasn't on, so you could do those line breaks. And I uh, made it, I changed the way that I was doing the color stuff. I just got I'm getting the color as a uint32 and then making it a hex, padding the start, right? And then the fill style is just that hex. As that should work perfectly fine. I think that's everything I did over here. So then over in the CSS, I did a lot. I made a lot of variables for a lot of things, and this property isn't working. Oh, yeah, this property isn't working, so I should fix that during the stream, but I made a lot of variables for things, and I made the chat messages a bit cleaner looking. The chat in general a bit cleaner looking. Why aren't the messages border radius working though? So let me just use this inspector here. Class message. What I should have a border radius on, right? Ah, that's a minor problem. I was using message background for the border of the messages when I meant to be using message border. Let's move that down. Oh, right. Yes. See, the border radius still isn't working here, I don't think. I'm gonna make the border radius something like absurd that would be really easily noticeable. I think 30 should be like incredibly hard to miss. Yeah, it's definitely just a square. Why? I'm gonna set this back to like 10. No, 15. And then I'm gonna move this property down a bit, not that it should matter. Mhm. Mhm. I am very unsure here, honestly, because this should be working perfectly fine. Do you have a parent? Maybe that I'm missing? No, this should definitely be the one, and its border radius is not set. There we go. That's the problem. I made a typo here. Okay, now test. Now it's working perfectly fine. Look at that. Easy to fix. So now that that's done, the chat looks kind of neat. I can pretty easily change the colors to kind of whatever I want. This just felt like a good enough color set. Um, so I think what I want to kind of work on is I'm gonna make this 10 because that feels very in line with a lot of the other. I think something else I want to work on now that I've done all that. I've done a lot of things and I don't really care to track it very well, so I'm just gonna do work between streams slash at start of stream 3. Oh, yes. Do that, please. Thank you. Oh, something else I did do was also just not include the built files in the, yeah. Okay. That looks like everything that I did, I think. So, where did I want to start? One thing that I wanted to do was change how I'm representing messages. I didn't mean to do that. Go back over there. So, this between the two. I'd really kind of like to represent chat messages in a specific way. And the way I'd like to do that might be kind of silly, but mhm. Wait, there we go. This is the function to actually do the encoding. So what I want to do is make it so that, and this is going to require me changing the way I'm encoding every message I do, but I want to make it so that essentially, where should I define this? It is uint16. 0 to 1 is a uint16. That is, I guess I'll just do 0 is U and 16. Uh, let's see. Size is another, no, 2, 1, I think. And this will be kind of handled, so this isn't super relevant here, so I'm just going to get rid of this part. 0, 2, U and, no, 0, 1, U and 8, type. 1, 1, U and 8, parameter count. And then I want to have 2, 0, or 2, 2, U and 16, username length. 2, 4, no, 4, 2, U and 16, message length. 6, 2, message length, or username length. Byte array. Or technically char array, I guess. Username, and then access username length is then message length and length. Char array. Char array? Character? Char? Yeah, char array. Message length, message. So this is how I kind of want to represent things. And then at the very start, there's also the length of the total message, but that's encoded elsewhere. Now, I want these parts to be very general, I think, and these parts to be kind of specific to the message type. So I think that this should be pretty easy to implement. I only have 255 messages this way, unfortunately, but at the same time, I think that should be relatively fine. Something else I might kind of want to look at doing is honestly, like, I could probably make it really easy to define ways to make encode and decode this data. But that's also not super necessary. Okay, so if I want to implement this, I don't see any problem with implementing this currently. It will still require that I add parameters to the end of this, but I guess I should explain the reasons why I want to change it to be like this. So currently, byte alignment could be lost with the username, uh, no, message length, which is a notable concern due to just kind of being slightly less efficient. And what I mean by that is, so with a 2 byte uh like element, like a uint16. A uint16 is 2 bytes. And what with that, you want to make sure that uint16 is always at an index, at an offset that is divisible by the length. So for example, I don't want a uint16 to be at element 27. I want it to be at element 28. I don't want it to be at 29. You want to keep them aligned correctly for, I think it's mostly CPU efficiency. I think that it can get kind of a bit slower if you don't keep them aligned like that. So I think that this will ensure that byte alignment is kept. It will also make it so that the what's the name? I had a few other reasons, but I'm honestly okay. So it should also roughly um right. That was the other reason that I wanted to mention. It should make it so that I'm not jumping around as much in memory. So with the way I had done it before, to get to a certain point, I would have to go to a point in memory to find I'd be at the start, and then I'd see, okay, message length is here. Now I jump that far, and now I'm reading the username length. Meanwhile, if they're all at the start, I can read all of them close by, which should be more efficient for the CPU due to caching stuff. So this should be a bit better for that reason as well. With that said, I suppose I'd need to implement this now. And I'm not super set on whether or not, because what if I do want more than 255 message types, right? I don't expect that I will for this simple of a project, but it could be meaningful to have more than that many message types. So I do think that I'm going to make this that. And then if I'm doing that to keep byte alignment, I want to make the parameter count also a uint16. And then I just 4, 6, 8, 10? No, 8. Um, I think that that roughly works out. So with that out of the way, I'm also going to need to change encode shape a little bit to comply with this. And I think for encode shape, I'm just going to consider the parameter count 0. That or I'm going to consider it 1 and make it so that it's just kind of shape def as the parameter, right? It'll add a bit to the length of this, but I don't think that's too much of a problem. Because all it'll really be adding is 4 bytes to this. It'll mean that I can really generalize things a bit more. But if I make it 0, mm, I'll make it I'll accept adding 4 bytes instead of 2 this time, I think. So first, I'm gonna start with the messages, just because that's kind of what I've already modeled up here. So type, first off, I'm gonna need to make this 8 because I'm adding 2 bytes. Hmm. So type 0 is still type. I just want to do eh, message view dot set uint 16 222. And I always want to make sure they have the true here. That's just saying that it is little Indian, which is better for what I expect most people to be running, which is going to be uh, x86 64. And then we move on. Let's see how much of this can do. No, that's wrong. Okay, that's kind of what I expected though. Message view dot set uint. There we go. And then now we can start writing that data. So username text data starts at 8, and then there we go. And I believe everything should be right there. Then we just need to move this over to the client as well. So over here in the client, we want to say that, oof. Over here in the client, we want to say that, chat message. Here we go. None of that changed. Oh, but I do want to grab the parameter count as a general thing up here. So parameter count, I don't want it to be capital though. Action view dot get this is true, and const action type equals action view dot get uint. There we go. Then I can put action type in here. I don't expect action type to be super meaningful as like a thing that I need to have as a variable, but I just figured that if I'm getting this here and having it be a variable, I should also have it be a variable here. So then up over here, where's the message bit? There we go. Offset is 2. Why do I need the internal offset again? This was dumb. I did things kind of dumb here, I think. So then username length is getuint16 4. Maybe that wasn't dumb. Because I want to do let internal offset equals 0. No, did I have internal offset be 2 before? Internal offset can start at 4. And then username length can be internal offset. Message length can be internal offset plus 2. And then I want to just do internal offset plus equals parameter count times 2, right? Because that'll just make it so that I'm skipping ahead 4 here, but in a very generalized way. And then username can be username.length. I jump ahead to the message. Okay. I think everything should work now. Roughly. Yep, everything still works. Cool. And then if I wanted to add something like an ID onto the end, which ID really should be at the head, right? But if I wanted to add something like an ID onto the end, message ID that is, then I could make this 3. Make this 10. Make this 10. And even now this should just work without any real problem, I think. Yep, because the way that I kind of generalized that. Now it should work without any real problem, but then I could do message view dot set u int 16. This isn't exactly what I want to do. I think I want to just say 1, right? No. It'll be 4 bytes, and then uint or message view set uint 16. If I'm making it 4, it should be uint 32, I think. Though maybe I should make it a big int, right? The message ID, just because at that point there's never going to be any overlap. So I make it a big int, and then let's make it a big int of 0n for now, or 10n for now, so that I know that it like is doing a big int. But first I need to do the byte offset, which is 10 plus username dot byte length. Okay, and then if I come over here and just console.log, uh, action view dot get begin 64, internal offset, true. Now if I pop over here, open up this test. Did I not refresh? Hi, how you doing? I'm confused. I restarted you too, right? No, that should have been necessary here. It has been a very long time, yes. Um, since I last, started sort of streaming. I guess I have been streaming semi-consistently for a week or two now, but like before that it had been probably about a year since I'd streamed. And by pretty consistently, I mean I've been streaming at least every couple days for the past couple weeks-ish. I intended to stream at 8 every morning, but it's looking closer to every other morning. 8 Pacific Standard Time, that is. Which you can see it is currently 8:34. Hmm. Why is this not working? Okay, that's why that isn't working, because it never was. There we go. That's why. That's the problem. Test. Test. Though I think I actually need to restart this again. Test. Test. Okay, but I'm not actually. Oh, wait, what? Oh, I needed this. I'm dumb. 18, not 10, because I now have another constant length variable. Test. Test. There we go. And the ID thing did work. I think I could do .toString to get rid of that. Bit at the end. Yeah, there we go. Rip ads indeed. I have the choice. I have two choices with ads, as I am sure it is well known. I can either let ads play occasionally, or I can have pre-roll ads. And pre-roll ads are significantly worse for actually getting viewers. Pre-roll ads are going to stop people from like actually coming to a stream a lot of the time, so you have to do ads in the middle of your content if you want to get viewers. um, fun stuff. Not the most fond of it, but as far as I am aware, yeah. Uh, not a whole lot, honestly. I am afraid. And by not a whole lot, I mean not particularly. Still really fond of how this chat actually vaguely works. It doesn't really work on mobile devices, notably. Uh, because the pop-up keyboard isn't really accounted for in any meaningful way. So it just kind of scrolls the page a bit. Okay, what did I want to do next? I think I was meant to fix this, but that shouldn't be too hard. I should be able to just do this. Do mm, 8, 10, 12, 14, and then data view dot set u at 16, 2, 1, no. 6. So I think this is 16 because it's 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. Yeah, I guess it's 14 then. Um, oh, no. I need to make another one, though, for that. I forgot that I was going to be technically making it slightly bigger than it should have been. Yeah, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. I am still doing better than sending JSON data, so that's really all I'm trying to beat here. I do also kind of want just like a generalized encoding and decoding way to do things, but I think I'll save that for later. First, I want to get all of everything that I currently have set up working with this. no. Apologies. My body hates me, apparently. Anyway, where was I? I think I was trying to make this. This is where I wanted to be. 1, 4. Technically, these are going to be UN, or not UN, these are going to be regular int 16s because that's what I currently have set up in this function. But speaking of int 16s, mind coding the shapes as int 16s or uint 16s? Because I kind of wanted to make them, okay, they are int 16s here. That's nice. The color is kind of interesting in the way it's done. Everything should still be working now though. Clear and fun. Oh, did I? Ah, okay, there we go. Or encode a shape. Nope, encode a shape. I'm in the wrong file. Gonna find ever that I used 16. Oh, that's a lot of places. This needs to be a unit 20 as well. Now, right, I need to fix the way that I was handling. Did not mean to do that. I needed to fix the way that I was handling this. Over here, it should be 6 and 8, I believe, now. Yeah. Test. Why is the track getting, what? Interesting. Some of these things I do not entirely understand. CSS hurts me. Um, if I comment these out, there was issues, right? And if I leave these at 100%, I believe there are also issues. Yeah. CSS Parent height. Yep. Container. Interesting. Oh, I think if I do that, though, it'll have problems as well, right? I think there's some kind of problem with me doing that. Unless there just wasn't, and I'm just crazy. Okay, there wasn't. I don't know why I thought that there was going to be a problem with that then. Cool. I'm not sure why this is having a minimum width like this, but not a minimum width like this. I will just assume that it is the weirdness of a weird nature, like most things that are CSS. Test, test, test. Cool. Messages seem to be working still. Yeah, that looks good. Cool. Right. So I think the next thing I wanted to actually implement was username stuff. But should I implement like at least a sender ID first for messages, and then probably a message ID as well, so I can just eventually request specific messages? I think so, because I think I want to send both the username and the sender ID. Mm, technically, it would be significantly better to not send the username at all along with a message, but instead send just an ID, because an ID can simply be a integer, right? So an ID can be 4 bytes, where a username's length is dependent on its. I'm really overcomplicating this, but that is also kind of the purpose of this. So I think I want to add an username here as well. And the username will start as currently I'm just defining usernames to be the current client ID to string, and then pad start 8 with 0. With 0. There we go. I should probably realistically take a username in here. as in kind of function of this, and then if it doesn't exist. So sure. Let's say rec.json, but then of course, so then data is rec.json. Console.log data. I kind of want to understand what, well, okay, so I should also await this. Can I make you async fetch? Okay, that worked. Body. Oh, no, rec.text, I think is what I wanted. I know what I'm doing. Okay, so it is non-existent. There is no text. Can I change that? If I come over here, where am I actually making the WebSocket? There I am making the WebSocket. So yeah, there's all of that, but where's the constructor? Mm, sure. Here. URL is a string or URL. Protocols is a string. Okay, maybe I should pop over here and just look at WebSocket.js. Let's come over here and look at this. Let's look at the constructor. So what are the protocols? Hmm, interesting. Response header. Okay. Well, I'm not too worried about that immediately right now. So I think this is all just fine. I think that there's no need to fuss over what the username will be. But there is need to fuss over something else. Where is the ID? I think at this point it's time that I should make a new type for this WebSocket, right? And realistically, I can get rid of probably this whole class if I just do the type. Nope, go away. Yep, nope, not there either. Yeah, no, I need to define this type before I define this class. Type client socket equals WebSocket. ID is number. And username is string. Does this not work? Server WebSocket. There we go. Now down here I can just use client, or client socket is kind of confusing. That's kind of what I want to call it though, right? Because it's sure. We're gonna call it that. I'm gonna replace any instance of this besides the first one with client socket. Okay, there we go. Okay. That all looks fine now. And then I don't want to be replacing anything anymore. I think that I'm in the calling of this open code message. Where am I calling code message? Username. So I'm gonna trust that the client, or no, I'm gonna take the username from this here, from the client that's sending a message. And this should just allow me to more easily implement some of the stuff that I wanted to. But then I think I also want to just pull apart this client class now, because it really shouldn't be as necessary as it initially was, right? I think. Because all that I'm really doing here is some initialization stuff. And most of this stuff could just be done down in the connect function. Most of it is technically being done there. And then a lot of the data that's being stored here could be stored on this instead. Right. I think I want to do that. Yeah, and then I also want, I think that should be everything that I need, actually. Okay. Um, hmm. Do I want to be doing this like this, though? Should I probably be doing the sending as a more unified thing? A more unified loop? I think so. Yeah, I think so. Okay. Um, function send data. Send data. WS is client socket. And then data is a uint8 array. No, I just want to do ws.data.send buffer.data. There we go. This is going to break a lot of stuff, but function send ws is client. Data r number. There we go. Why? Data is new. Yeah. That all looks about right. About fine. I don't even know if I really want to do that. Because I'm only really using that function in one place, and it'd probably be better for me to just do. Where are you? So if I just add a dummy send data here, right? And then data is a uint array. If I did add a dummy send data here, right, and then I just delete this function, I'm only gonna have, I'm gonna have 4 errors. Interesting. But only one of them is an actual error, and it's this. And down here, realistically, I could just do All right, but then down here I could just do client dot, nope. Well, actually, yeah, I do kind of want to do that. Client dot send data. Stop it. No. New uint 8. Wait, why didn't I just do this before? Oh, that's why. New uint 16. New uint 8 array. Uint 16 array dot buffer. Action types dot size canvas. 1 for screen width, screen height. Okay. That all looks good. And then where was that function? Okay. I'm calling on close in one place, but really all I'm doing is WebSocket.close. Go to the onClose function. I get rid of the timer, but I'm not going to have that anymore anyways, so I can just get rid of that. Okay. On message, I can just pull all of this down. So the first issue is I think this. But I might be wrong. Yeah, can I rename? No, I need to first make an action group. Then I can rename this. Message. I'm so glad that it just let me do that. Let's sort of my chat message. No. I'm just gonna get rid of that for now. Get rid of that for now. There we go. And then message view. That all looks good. I don't use client here anymore. I guess I don't need that. Cool. And then on message, yeah, but I shouldn't need this function anymore. I don't care about this error, and I don't care about those errors either right now. Send internal send data. So then this is something that's kind of annoying that this is gonna need to be replaced. But I think what I can do is just do all of this per WebSocket, which means that almost all of this is done. Though I will be very briefly right back. I apologize. I really should have timed it with like an ad break or something probably, but yeah. Okay. I'll be very briefly right back. I apologize for that. You know, it occurred to me while I was away. I'm back, by the way. It occurred to me while I was away that I could have probably ran an ad while I was away to make it so Twitch wouldn't run an ad again for a bit longer, but I'll try to remember that next time. Okay. So I think I want to make this like a global sending of messages, right? But do I though? I don't think I do. I think I want to make this a per client one. So where was it defined? Here. Send interval is a number, but I want to make it so that it doesn't have to exist, right? I want to make it so that it could be null, just so I can define it slightly later. And then async open. WS dot data dot send interval equals new, no, set interval of this, and then ws dot data. Most of this dot can just become ws dot data dot. And then ws dot send buffer, ws dot data dot send buffer. There we go. Cool. And then I want to make that 33, I guess. Really, that should be like, what am I explicitly defining it here, or am I? Okay. Come all the way up here. I shouldn't need this anymore. Internal send data. Shouldn't need this anymore. I do need the type here though. Where is that? Let's see. That shouldn't exist. This should just be the WebSocket. I guess I can move this part to the bit down there of the messages that's getting bit. Where is that? Message. Right. So then this shouldn't actually be return though, should it? This should be continue. I guess maybe just break here. I'll assume that the rest of their message could still be good, even if the message itself is broken. And then I do actually want to slightly modify this to fit in with my idea of what a message should be. And I'm gonna make a shared functions. Shared functions. Right. Because the encode message bit. I want to move the encode message function over to the shared function. Import action types from shared constants. Cool. And then I want to export that. And ultimately, I'm also going to just want to make a decode message function, I think. function decode message. Okay, let's see if this is right. So message view, I make a message view. I want to do something slightly differently here and making it message view parameter count equals message view dot get that, and then but then ultimately I should also probably just do like a let offset equals 0. Or realistically, I want to start the offset at 2. And then offset 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 plus equals 2, right? And then I want to do kind of have this start at the offset plus 2. The second parameter here, then I want to offset plus equals parameter count times 2 to jump ahead through all the parameters. Then here, I want to do offset plus equals username. Then offset plus message length. There we go. And now I think that this should work. I think this should be a valid way to do this. So send binary. And then here I want to make data be client, no, decode message. I need to export that from over here, I believe. Decode message. Message. Dot subarray offset plus action length. I don't know what this is for, but I am gonna want something that vaguely resembles that, so it's fine. And message here is referring to the data that I'm getting as a message. So that should be right. Dot dot send binary. ws.send binary. There we go. Ooh, I don't have a WebSocket here. Oh, okay. Eh. Binary. Oh no. These ones, so I want to undo everything that I just did because I don't want to be directly sending it. Right. I want to be very careful about where I'm sending things, and I want to instead do the kind of grouping bits. So then send data. Hello data. Send data. Interesting. We'll see if this works as I intend it to, or at all. Send data WebSocket. Everything from there to there. And then down here, I want to do clear interval, data send interval. There we go. Send data WebSocket, WebSocket, and then I want to change this to WebSocket of clients. And in theory, over here, I did do like a add message, right? Oh no, that's not what it is. Where am I decoding the message? Decode const data equals decode message. Then I want to take the offset +2. So then, where is it? Action group. But message length isn't right. I want it to be action length. And here I should be able to just do all of this, right? And then I should be able to do data.username and data.message. And now if I close this, restart it, refresh, Test. So undefined is not an object in WebSocket.data.sendBuffer. Oh, that's because I need to go back to the file. You should close. Data.sendBuffer, where are you? So send buffer should just be an array. Okay, test. This is gonna let me reload you. No. Okay, test. Interesting. So receiving messages from the interesting. And that is in the okay. The offset of 2 is outside the okay. So I think the issue here is with the chat message. So the offset here should be get off the action length, but then I also don't want to care about the action type. Wait, yes, I do want to care about the action type. Never mind. I am silly. I don't think that this will fix it, but I do want to test just to make sure. Test. Test. 133. Nope, that's not it. 174. Never mind, 133 it is. Wait, what? Oh, I'm not actually using this anywhere anyways. I don't think that'll make this problem not a problem, but yeah. So I guess what I should do is I should log the action length. And then I also want to log the, well, I guess I should log the offset. I should log the action length and I should log the byte length. And maybe that'll give me some clarity as to what's actually happening here. I guess I only want to do that when I get chat messages, though. So I'm going to just walk it back to where it was before. Was this actually working, or is this erroring too? Test. Okay, so that was erroring too. So let's see. I assume that I'm getting it with the type, but not the size. Which is fair, because I kind of treat things like that pretty much everywhere. So then I make a view of the buffer, but that might be kind of bad. So maybe I should do offset here too, just to kind of treat as an offset in the buffer. Right, and then I can just do offset plus equals 2 here. So I'm going to do that for now and see if just nothing will happen. No, even so much as including a chat message in the message breaks everything. Oh, but is that because I'm not encoding the chat message right? So encode message. So where am I actually encoding the message here? Add message. No. Add event listener, DOM content loaded, add event listener size. I should have an event listener. Here we go. So message is that, then I want to just get rid of all of that and be like, okay, well, const message data equals encode message, username, message. Okay, test. So it isn't showing a message over here, but it's not breaking everything anymore, which makes me think that now I should be able to come down here and do const username message equals get message, no, decode message, message, that's separate. Offset +2. Do I ever use any raw numbers that don't just use offset? No? Cool. So then I should actually be able to just do action group here. Quick fix this because I want to do that, right? Test. Okay, but then that's just wrong. Is it? Okay, so maybe I should console.log message data because I want to see what that actually looks like. Test F5, test. Pop over here. No, it's over here that's going to be sent. Okay. So it is of type 3 apparently. That sounds about right. It has 3 parameters. The first one doesn't matter. Or rather, the first one is the username length, which is correct. The second one is message length, which is correct. The third one is a dummy parameter, which is correct. So then 0000, that's all correct. This must be test. This is the dummy value. All of this is right. That's correct. Oh, that's a problem. How do I want to fix that? So I think the issue is that I'm not actually encoding the action length here when I really should be. Message data. I guess I could just add that to encode message, but then I'm going to have a similar problem elsewhere. Um, four, no, 2, 4, 6, 8. 10, 12, 12, 12. And then I want to set the first value to 20. And then I want to do message data dot byte, no, set u int 16 0 to be message data dot length byte length -2 true. Now this is gonna cause another problem elsewhere. That's not what I expected. Oh, message view. Okay, that makes sense. Test. And if I pop over here and I'm like test. Now there's a problem here, but that problem is also kind of server side again. And that problem is oh, actually it isn't a problem that exists currently. Technically. Interesting. Other client. Console.log data. Okay. Decode message. Ah, this is the problem. Okay. Test. Test. No. Test. Test. Send binary. Wrong way. Send binary. Encode message. Ah. That's bad. Input encode message from there as well. Do that. Refresh you. Test. Up over here. Interesting. And there is a problem there. Code message. Technically speaking, I should probably be doing send binary here. Test. Wait, I need to refresh this. Test. Test. Why is that not working? Okay. Decode message. Let's go away now. Const username message. Console.log username message. Test. So it's never getting there. Which is problematic. Why are you never getting there? I guess that must mean that I'm not sending things properly to the server, right? So ws.send. Oh, how could I have been so foolish? I'm not actually logging anything here, but I should be, which means that I'm not getting here. Which means console.log message. The server isn't ever realizing that it's getting a message from the client. I send test. Okay. Oh, no. Oh, okay. No. Console.log action length. Oh, I do need to restart you. Test. 30. Okay. Do that. Okay. Oh, that's not where I meant to be. So this will give me client 3 is sending test. Client 4 is never seeing it. Console.log. Test. So that sends 3. And over here, type message is 3. Cool. Interesting. Ah, that's the problem. I think this is how I'd do that. Though I should pop over here and check. 6 is username length and 8 is the message length. Um, so then if 4 plus username dot length, so 6 and 8 are the links that I want. And then I think I'm going to grab parameter count up here too. Action type get rid of this bit. And then const parameter count equals action view dot get uint 16 to true. So action type, and then username length, yada yada yada. Um, 4 plus parameter count times 2. Because 2 for the start. Okay, I think that should be right. No. Why not? So 2 for type, 2 for the action count. Ah. So then const parameters equals new array parameter count dot length. No, just parameter count. Parameters equal for let I equals 0. I less than parameters. I plus plus. No, that's not quite what I wanted. Parameters I equals action view dot get. Well, I is less than parameter count. 4 plus that times 2. That looks right. And then parameters count dot reduce. Okay, now this should be right. Oh, not parameters count dot reduce, parameters dot reduce. Okay. Well, that's obviously wrong. So, do I have access? No, I don't. But what I can do is just do a little shared functions. I can just grab both of these, right? Boop. And I can pull off the exports. Oh yeah, I guess technically these are that's annoying. I could pop over here and steal it, maybe. Encode message. Okay. Let me just pop over here. And then encode, decode message. Encode message. Username. Text. Okay. So decoding encode no. Decoding messages very obviously doesn't work. Okay. Good to know. So shared functions. You can make data views with offsets, can't you? Yeah. Okay. So Maybe I should be passing in a data view then instead of a the data itself, right? Hmm, that would make some sense. Sorry about the yawn. Passing in a data view here would make some sense. But I actually can't do that. Wait. Message data.slice. Why am I using slice here and not .separate? It's kind of upsetting. So I guess I should log what parameter count is. And before that, I should do that. You know, this is going to be really dirty, but okay. That is obviously wrong. But even just before that, I logged 10. And at this point, 10 is... That's... So we're already starting off wrong, is what I'm getting. Why are we already starting off wrong, though? So we skip the type to get the... No, maybe that is right. We skip the type to get the parameters. Parameter count. We skip the type to get the parameter count. Oh. We write the parameters. Oh, that's the problem here. Technically, I should be passing in an offset of 2 here in the decode message. I didn't change anything, but... Oh, that's because I passed it in the wrong place. Now, are you right? Okay, yes. So encode message and decode message are both working perfectly, in theory. So those can't be the problem. So then I'm not getting the message properly over in the server, I think. 5 test. Um, I think I actually want to move this up out of the message related stuff because now technically this is should just generally be true. Um let's put this in here and see what I get. Oh, is that the issue? Uh, console log data. Paste. Move here, refresh this. And I'm already skipping that. The offset should be, oh, can't I just do message offset? Wouldn't this be the right way to do that? Test. Cool. Now that all of that is done, test. I want to stop logging everything. Then I want to go between here, and now test. Come over here, and Hmm. It might actually be a not terrible idea to do this. Test. Then pop over here, test. Oh, close this, make it slightly shorter. Refresh, test. Cool. Test. Text. 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 I would like to kind of enforce a length limit on these messages, maybe, so maybe say it shouldn't be too hard to do that with everything that I've set up. I could just say this is a bad way to do it. Interesting. So, oh, that's not what I meant to do. Would this actually work? It would, but I think I'm also gonna wait. That's strange. Oh, that's why. So if I type /help here, yeah, I see /help from the other user. So I want to just say continue. No, break here. Then /help. Oh, oops. /help. Cool. And then I can also make it so that it doesn't show. Really though, I think I kind of want to make the help stuff be on the client side. If client or no. Eh. Message dot starts with /. Stop it. Thank you. Then I want to return here. Well, I guess really what I should be doing is saying if the message doesn't start with /. Then I want to do that. I should have needed to start there. /help. Okay, that does technically work. And then I should also be able to, so I said test, cool. I should technically, these aren't the commands I want. That's interesting. I kind of like the way it's doing this, but I also don't. I think I'd like all of the command stuff to be handled on the client side, right? And then for the the client to just send me the commands that it wants done. But I'm also not immediately sure what commands I want. I think I had, oh right, I want /username. So okay. I think this will actually work, but it also lets multiple users have the same username. Test /username is a very good username. Test. Oh, I forgot to restart the restart the things again. Test username a very good username. Test. Okay, so that sort of works, but I need to tell the client. And I really don't think that this is how I want to do commands, right? I think that instead I want to have a separate command action type. So constants, chat command is one, sure. And then I want to do export enum shape types. 0 is, or it's square. Yeah, rectangle technically. 0. Sure. But then I'm going to comment out circle because it's unimplemented. Export enum chat command types. Cool. And 0 help should technically be a command, but at the same time, I don't want help to be a I don't want help to be a command the server sees, so I think I'm gonna just do username. Set username for my immediate command idea. Okay, and then instead of doing this, hmm, I guess I could also do like an ignore. And I feel like ignore should take a bit more priority than set username. Um, is there anything else that I want to do here? Maybe like get user ID. Get user ID. And see, I think this makes it like really good that I implemented the parameters thing. Because of course, I'm always going to want the first parameter to be the command type, but then after that, I can have a second parameter that's command parameters, which isn't, it's kind of silly, but I think it'll work. But then I want to do encode shape can be, where's the function definition here? I don't want it to be 0. I want it to be shape type shapes. Cool. Data is a new UID array. Cool. Maybe I should also do data offset equals 0, and then neat. That all looks good. I guess it's on to like encode command and decode command. Export function encode command. Should technically be a string, yeah. And then export function decode. See, I don't think I want to do a decode command function. I think I want to do an encode command function though. Because I think I want to do the kind of command parsing over on the there you put there. So command is going to be a string and command will look like /help or /username. A very good username or /help or not quit. Ignore. Technically, I'll also be like get ID, but 0 to 2 should be types. That's sort of correct, but also definitely not anymore because I'm also doing size. So 2, 4, 4, 6. No. 6, 8, 10, 10. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 10. Cool. And then I want 0, 2 to be size. U and 32, no, 16 size. Length, sure. I'll call you size, not length. And then down here, size. 2, 2, you want 8 type. Oh, that shouldn't be 2 though. That should be 1. Did I call you? I'm very bad at this apparently. Wait, no. That was, they're just not UN. See, this is the problem with commenting things. Comments are wrong. UN 16. Okay. That should be a 2-2. 4-2, UN 16. Parameter count. Command type. And then eight, 2. Mm, command type length. 6-2 will be command type length, and then I think I also want to do the like, so I think add the parameters actually as a part of this, right? So further parameters based on command type. I think it'll be better this time to just kind of implement it. So const command str. Command str. Command equals command stir dot command. I'll call you command split. And then const command type equals command split 0 dot slice 1. Okay. And then switch command. Case username. No. Let command type is command commands, and then break command type type answer username. Case help. I'm actually not going to do that here. I'm going to kind of cheat a little bit with that. Um, so then ignore. So I want to just kind of implement 2 commands here as my kind of proof of that. And then Switch command type. Wait, no. I don't really want to care about the command type. I want to const data equals new uint array. Oh, but I'm actually going to need to define this a bit later, right? So then const data equals new uint 8 array. And the length of this will be set username. The length of this will be 4 plus um 0 to 4. So that's already 6 plus that, rather. No, it should be 4 plus that. And then plus. So then I also need to define the kind of length that the parameters will be. I think the best way to do that is to actually just command parameter strings. And then I want to, I think, const. I want to make command parameters empty, and then I want to make command parameters is command parameter strings dot command parameters is command parameter strings dot, oh no, command parameter strings there. So I think I only want to actually take the UTF-8 encoder.encode. Command parameters.length. plus so I actually want to delete this whole line, right? Because command type should technically be the first parameter. Oh, wait. Oh, there. Yeah, that makes sense. um, Command parameters reduce A, B, 0, and then A plus B dot byte lengths. Or B. No. Wait, yes. I just can't do. So here's the thing. This is cheating a little bit, but I'm gonna do it anyways. Because I think it's gonna be easier. And parameters dot reduce A, B, A plus B dot byte lengths 0. And then I'm gonna move this 2 over to the start just because that kind of makes sense to me, right? And then, oh, that shouldn't have been moving the 2 over like that. I wanted to do that. Eh. So then at the start of data, I want to write, or I guess comes data view is that. You shouldn't be too string. Command type. What? Why are you angry at me? Oh, I guess I want to do default. Though actually, I think I'd rather just return if it's an unknown command type. Return -1. Or maybe return false, and then I can return true down here if it like works out fine. Return true. Then I can print a help command or something if it's not a valid command. And then I do want to do if, oh, no, never mind. Command parameter strings. Essentially, return 1 if, or return false if that's not right. All right, now command type works there. And then data dot set. Oh, no, this should actually be 2. Nope, that's still not right because this needs to be, I guess then I should just do okay, let offset equals 0. S equals 8 here. For I there, const command parameter equals parameters I. There we go. And then I do want to do offset plus equals 2. Data view dot set view into 16 offset. There we go. Command parameter strings. No. Data dot set. Command parameter offset. Offset plus equals that. And then there we go. Now, theoretically, I should be sending commands to the server. So command parameter. Right, no, this should be in messages. Case action types chat command. Right. Oh, but that's definitely in the wrong place. Action type start chat command break. Console.log message. I guess maybe I could do action view, maybe. Both of these, there we go. Slash help. So I type slash help in here. And that's about what I expected. So return. And then I want to do encode message, username message. And username. No, not encode message, encode command message. Then ws.send, I guess. I should be returning data here. So then over here, I want to do const command data equals encode data message. Oh, I have done a silly but if command data. What? Not equals null. What I really want to do is make it check to make sure that the command, is encode command. No. There we go. What I really want to do is make sure that it's not null. And then if it is null, I want to say add message. And I'm going to say, gonna lie and say that it's a message from the server. Invalid command or parameters. use/help to see commands. And then if message 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 that starts with, because I don't really want to server dot no add message chat message element server available commands, and then I can actually do this. Commands available are available commands. Slash help. Shows help. This help message. Slash user name. Sets your username. Okay. Now let's see. And then I want to return here as well. Oh, nope. Please go away. Username test. And then that shouldn't actually do anything because all I'm actually doing is sending the username to the server, or the request rather, to the server. Slash username test. And now the server should be like, why are you not telling me that I'm getting a message of this type? Got chat command. Slash test. Slash username. Shared functions. And then this is the parameter count. Yeah. Okay. Console.log sending command data. Slash username 5. Ah, there we go. Okay. So the issue is with the encoding. And line 91. I guess I want to do console.log data.length. I want to see how big this array is. Slash username test. Username. Slash username should be that should be 4 bytes to start off with, then another 4 bytes from that to I guess maybe that should be 8 plus that then. Because I'm going up to here before that, right? 0, 2. Yeah, so I have a length of 4 at that point. And then I'm getting into the point that's covered by this. And this should be 6 before that. Because I need to both include it as a parameter and then also include it as the actual value. Slash username test. Okay. At line 99. I think this is kind of meaningless of an error, right? But I'm honestly gonna guess that it's somewhere in like here, right? So I guess I should console log the offset. Okay. Slash ignore. Interesting. And then did I have another command to test? I don't think so. Okay. So I got a chat command. Now I should pop over here and actually handle that. So const command type equals action view dot no. Four plus. So I think I can shadow the outer offset, right? I don't have any reason not to immediately. So offset. Oh, can I not shadow the outer offset? Oh, never mind. Command type and then I guess I should call this parameter lengths. And then actually, couldn't I get the parameters up here too? Oh no, because the parameters might be varying. Okay. So parameters is an array. Parameters can be a, I guess, new array of parameter count length. And then for I equals 0, I less than parameters dot length I plus plus and then parameters I equals UTF-8 decoder dot decode Boop, boop, and then I want to do offset plus. Interesting. So I can't shadow it while doing that. So I guess I have to do local offset. Parameters. Local offset plus equals forever links I. And then I want to switch command type. Case command types dot user set username. I think this might be plural here. No, chat commands. What the heck is it? Chat commands, that's right. Chat commands dot set username. Then I'm gonna break here, of course, and send data. Just lying to the client about what their username is, I think is the best way to test this, of course. Maybe I should do ws.send. Yeah. Okay. Interesting. I guess I should console.log command type parameters slash username test. What am I getting over here? That's definitely wrong. Right, that should be right. Username test. No. I guess I could actually make a decode command, right? Because the way I'm doing commands, so decode command. Sorry, export. And then offset plus equals 2, command view. That shouldn't be times 2 though. command type equals command view dot get uint16. Offset true. And then I need to do const command parameters. Command type, command parameters is command parameters length, and parameter lengths. Parameter count -1. Interesting. Right, you should be number. Interesting, my phone just buzzed. Not immediately important, it's fine. Okay. So then I want to just do a quick decode console.log decode command. Decode command. There. That is. Oh, or new uint 8 array. That's a really bad way to do that. Slash username test. Okay, I guess this technically means I can just restart. Okay, that is fine. So I want to skip the type. After the type, I get the parameter count. Am I loading the parameter count correctly at least? I mean, I should be, but I want to make sure. No, definitely not. I think. So then up here, I shouldn't need to log in there anymore. As immediately. So parameter count is wrong. Oh, that's because I'm being silly. Okay. Interesting. Offset plus equals command type length. That's wrong. And I can also just put 4 there instead of that. So then command parameter links, command type. Go forward another 2 for that. Command parameter links dot push. What's the offset here then, I guess? Oh. Is that right now? There we go. And then I just want to instead of pushing that as that, I want to push command parameter dot to no. U and or no. UTF-8 decoder dot decode. Cool. So it works now. Which means that I can just pop over here and be like, const command type parameters equals decode message decode command message offset. What do you return? Command type command parameters. Slash username text. Okay. Now that doesn't actually change the username yet, obviously, but so then I think I want to basically just send the same message back to the client in this case. So I want to tell the client, hey, yeah, take not encode message, encode command. And this is going to be kind of silly, but slash username that, or I can just let the client assume and then tell them, yeah, no, your username is whatever it is. Right. Slash username. Gosh darn it. Interesting. So how do I want to do this? For now, I'm going to just assume that the client is allowed to change their username on the server. Don't assume this is inherently allowed. People should not share usernames. And filter usernames. And then I'm going to, over here, just if command. So I think I might kind of want to change the way that I'm doing this, right? So then const command equals okay. Const message split. Just because I don't want to be splitting this message twice. That's kind of wasteful. And then I want to do command parameters. So I'm going to hop over to encode command. Command string parameters is string array. And then I actually want to do command parameter strings. And then if command is username. Username. Let ID. Let username. ID. No, I'll just let username. I have no idea how long I've been muted. Oh, that must have been a really long time too. Okay, well, I was talking, I promise. I am so very sorry. Maybe this one isn't gonna get the VOD put up. We'll see. We'll see when I ended up muted. But that's gonna be the end of the stream, I think. I think I got a lot done. I feel like I have at least. It's been a pleasant experience for me. That's oh no, that's gonna be a nightmare. Yeah, I was muted for a very long time. Okay. Well, thank you all for showing up. Anyone who is here, who has been here, who was still here for whatever reason while I was muted that long. Um, I think that the actual programming part of the stream went well. I'm gonna call it here. Again, sorry for being muted for so long. Bye.